In the fast-paced world of Formula One, where competition, passion, and spectacle clash on the track, Max Verstappen is the youngest and most talented Dutch racing driver. Verstappen has been able to rule the world of motorsport through his aggressive driving style, unbeatable confidence, and inclination toward controversy. Nonetheless, his provocative personality has brought him a fair share of criticisms, leading to a split fan base that either admires or despises him. In this video, we will discuss some of the reasons why people have such strong opinions towards Max Verstappen, in addition to all of the aspects that contribute to his polarizing action. One of the prime reasons for the different opinions about Max Verstappen is his driving style and aggressive racing attitude. Many fans applaud his courage and fearlessness on the track, while others perceive him as reckless and overly rough. His readiness to take risks frequently leads to stunning overtaking moves, thrilling spectators and leaving them in wonder at his brilliance. However, it has also caused many on-track accidents and crashes, drawing anger from opponents and race officials. The critics claim that his dangerous driving techniques endanger other motorists' safety and violate the idea of fair competition. Verstappen's competitive nature has given rise to multiple conflicts with other drivers, especially with Lewis Hamilton. Their on-track disputes have often culminated in fiery arguments and post-race confrontations, fostering enmity among both of their fans. Max Verstappen's association with the influential Formula One team, Red Bull Racing, has had an important influence on public opinion. His relationship with Red Bull Racing has secured him a loyal base of supporters, simultaneously provoking criticism. Talking about the most controversial times in Max's career. Driving close to each other on the main straightaway in the Azerbaijan Grand Prix, Daniel Ricciardo and Max Verstappen were 4th and 5th. Ricciardo was trailing Max, seeking an opportunity. He sprinted from left to right, and Max did the same. What followed next was nothing short of a nightmare for team leader Christian Horner. Ricciardo couldn't manage to slow down in time and crashed into Verstappen's car. Sparks flew as both of the Red Bulls went off the track. It felt like at least 22 points in the bag disappeared as they were both out of the race. Another incident happened when Verstappen tried to lap Esteban Ocon, a young Force India driver. As Verstappen overtook him quickly, Ocon attempted to defend himself and they clashed. Although the impact was not too bad, it sent Max spinning off the track and onto the second spot. He was enraged, and that wasn't the conclusion. Verstappen confronted Ocon post the race. Max pushed Ocon forcefully over and over till they got separated. He suffered consequences as a result of his actions. The most controversial moment in Max's career was at the 2020 Portuguese Grand Prix. It was a practice session where drivers get introduced to the track and teams can refine their configurations for the race. But there was a terrible crash this time. Lance Stroll, a Racing Point driver, was ahead of Max on the straight when Max tried overtaking him. Lance was unaware of Max going into the first turn and turned rapidly to take the turn, causing the two cars to collide. Lance drove off the path. Fortunately, the damage wasn't too severe, but that was not it for Max. He was yelling over the radio, and the words he said next landed him in trouble.
Yeah, I've done it. What a Mongol, I swear.
He abused Lance by calling him a Mongol, which millions of people on television witnessed. It drew the attention of the Mongolian authorities. Mongolia's UN ambassador had even filed an official complaint to the FIA. Max later apologized in a press conference, explaining he never meant to demean anyone. Christian Horner, the head of the Red Bull team, acknowledged that the remarks were made in the heat of the moment when emotions were running high. His interaction with the media and his off-track actions also played a significant role in shaping people's opinions toward him. Public figures are always under observation in this era of constant media coverage and social media supremacy. Max Verstappen's behavior both on and off the track is thoroughly assessed, leading to misconceptions or the reinforcement of some narratives. Analysts argue that Verstappen's outbursts and candid expressions appear to be arrogant and disrespectful, whereas supporters view his qualities as brutal honesty and passion. Remember, when Max was asked whether Nelson Piquet, the retired three-time F1 champion, gave him any advice on how to win the championship, Max egotistically said that he needed no tips. He already knew how to win it. I mean, he could have shown some respect while discussing one of the best drivers in racing history. Max Verstappen's striking climb to success and his competition to the top order of Formula One generated different views. His accomplishments, being a young driver who debuted in Formula One at an unusually young age, are extraordinary. His early success, combined with his ability to rule the sport for the upcoming years, fueled anxiety among followers of other racers, who are worried about their favorites being eclipsed. The possibility of a new era dominated by Verstappen has stirred excitement and threat amongst Formula One fans, increasing the gap even more. The sport of Formula One racing is not solely about individual drivers, it is equally about team competition. In the last few seasons, the battle between Red Bull Racing and Mercedes has turned intense, with Verstappen often serving as the major threat to the dominant Mercedes team. Consequently, tensions between the fan base of the two teams rise, and his actions become the center of attention for arguments and conflicts. This fierce team competition transcends into social media, where supporters frequently get involved in furious debates. That created an inaccurate portrayal of Verstappen's overall reputation. This team-first mindset could distort the underlying reasons behind the emotions of the Dutch driver. Max does not even let his teammates pass. According to his fans, the Dutchman doesn't possess team spirit, and you need not look hard to find evidence of this, as the incident with teammate Sergio Chico Perez in the 2022 Brazilian Grand Prix is a clear example. Max was already the world champion by a large margin, yet when Checo needed to win a few crucial points to earn second place in the championship, Max resisted to let him pass. He even violated clear instructions from his team, and that's never an acceptable thing to do despite how competent you think you are. The championship table might have looked different if he had let Perez through. Ultimately, it didn't happen, and it shook everybody. Max's team lectured him after the race, highlighting the importance of functioning as a team to achieve desired outcomes. They gave him the typical "there's no I in team" speech, but what Sergio felt at that point is unimaginable. He felt betrayed after the race. No one had ever witnessed something like this in F1 history, and it basically confirmed Max's selfishness on the track. The team later issued a statement backing the driver. It stated that he refused to let him through as there was no pre-planned approach. However, regardless of how many times they justify his action, everybody understands it was an incorrect thing to do. To be honest, the team is to be equally blamed here for Max's selfishness and superiority complex. The members always regarded him as if he was special and superior to all other racers, so it's natural that all the treatment landed straight into his mind. Being the lone Dutch driver on the podium, he carries the responsibility of an entire nation's hopes and expectations on his shoulders. Dutch fans enthusiastically support him, generally neglecting his mistakes. However, supporters in other countries could perceive this enthusiasm as excessive or biased. Audiences can overlook all of his risky and reckless driving, but they cannot ignore his terribly ignorant attitude when it involves social justice concerns. That's all the discussion for today. Let us know what's your opinion on Max Verstappen, whether you love him or it's the opposite. Comment down below. And if you liked the video, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to see more videos like this. See you next time. Thanks for watching.